What's up guys, DK Jones here and welcome to the Canadian Grand Prix weekend preview. 2 weeks on from Spain, where it seemed as though Mercedes have got a good grip on second in the constructors. We'll see if Ferrari and Aston Martin can bounce back this weekend. Predicted compounds for this weekend: C3, C4 and C5. The race distance over the course of 70 laps is a 305.27 kilometers, and last time we were here in 2022, Verstappen won ahead of Carlos Sainz and Hamilton in third. In terms of the weather, it's calm for most of it, and we might see some changes on the Sunday, but we'll have to wait and see. Drivers' Championship after the Spanish Grand Prix. At the bottom is still De Vries and Sargent without any points. Tsunoda and Albon are on 1 point. Magnussen is on 2 points by himself. The two Alfa Romeo boys are on 4 points. Then you have Piastri on 5, Hülkenberg on 6 and Lando Norris on 12. At the top half you have Gasly and Ocon, 10 points separated between the two, and then 10 points ahead of Ocon is Lance Stroll. Above him are the two Ferraris, or behind the two Mercedes, and then you have Alonso in third, Perez in second, and Max leading the way first in the Drivers' Championship. In the Constructors' Championship, at the bottom you have Williams on 1 point, same as AlphaTauri, who also have 1 point. Then you have Haas and Alfa Romeo both on 8 points, and then you have McLaren with 17 points, Alpine with 40, Ferrari behind Aston Martin, who are behind Mercedes, and then well in the lead is Red Bull in first in the Constructors' Championship. Hotlap of the Canadian Grand Prix now, one of my favorite tracks on the calendar as we go through the first 2 corners now, going slightly uphill before we descend into the next chicane, and then after that, as we go through a fast right-hander, we're going to approach the next chicane. Loads of chicanes in this track. This is probably the longest one as we go on to one of the DRS straights. First race here was in 1978 and the track distance is 4.361 kilometers. As we go through another chicane, almost approaching the hairpin now. The track record is a 1:13.078, trying to get a good exit from the chicane, as there is a very long straight that follows where you have DRS. It's probably the best opportunity for an overtake towards the end of the lap. Most wins here tied between Hamilton and Schumacher as we go through the wall of champions onto the main straight with DRS active. And that was your hot lap of the Canadian Grand Prix. Qualifying predictions for the Canadian Grand Prix now, and I think it might be a very interesting qualifying because it might get heated for that battle in second in the constructors. I have gone for Max Verstappen to get pole, with Alonso ahead of Leclerc, Hamilton and Stroll. Then you have Sainz ahead of Russell and the two Alpines, Sanguigin, Lando Norris. Now we have the race predictions, and I'm actually going to be interested to see what type of race we get here. I think it might not be the most entertaining race, but I've gone for a Verstappen win ahead of Hamilton. He goes well at this track, and Leclerc in the podium position. Best of the rest in 4th position, I've gone for George Russell. Hamilton as driver of the day. Fastest lap going to Max Verstappen, and in the Spanish Grand Prix, I got 2 out of a possible 6 predictions right. Weekend schedule for the Canadian Grand Prix. On Friday we're going to have FP1 at 13:30 to 14:30 and FP2 at 17 to 18. On Saturday we're going to have FP3 at 12:30 to 13:30 and qualifying at 16 to 17, and on Sunday is the race at 14. Now these are track times in Montreal, Canada, so we're going to have to find out what times these are where you are. But if you have enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe and leave your predictions down in the comment section below. And from me, DK Jones, I'll see you next time.